Hello everyone, this is Garrett, and this is the Talos Principle, and we are going to continue where we basically left off the last time. I have more stars, and the number at the bottom is a bit higher than it was previously, on account that there were about 72 puzzles in Sigils of Elohim I had not actually done, but now I have done them, and now I have more things. And with those things, we can finally move on to this beepity place. With this beepity eyeball. Will we be able to speak to someone? It appears not. But we get to read a lot of documents. And that's pretty good. Means we get to do a little bit more reading about life. But we're not going to do that just yet. That keyboard looks interesting to me. It looks like it has smileys on it. Like the U and then two little eyes above it. In fact, every key sort of looks like a face instead of... neato. It might not be intended that it looks like a face, but it does to me, and that's what matters. Paint bucket. Also, we might have some new words to write on the walls now that we got ourselves a thingle jingle. So yeah, let's paint a message. I don't care if people say I'm just here for the sigil locks. I took time to prepare myself. You know, general, normal things. How am I expected to solve these problems when my existence is so limited? Yeah, let's just go with... I'm just here for the sigil locks. I'm just here to do some puzzles. That's all I care about. I seek words to describe it, but fail. It is the overwhelming feeling that something over the edge of my understanding is very, very wrong. I feel that I am not meant for this world, but I am not able to conceptualize alternatives. I'm a computer program. You're a computer program. Elohim's a computer program. Get over it. Stop being such a crybaby. And just go along with the flow. A lot more fun. And fun is the reason why we're here, after all. It's all about the good times. There's only 3 puzzles in this hub. So with some luck, we should be done here in like 5 minutes. Easy, right? We never have any issues. What's more pathetic? This shallow construct of a world? This idiot's playground? Or that I continue to solve its contrivances for lack of better sport? There's more to it. Look at what we're doing. We're solving problems, being tested, improving ourselves. Some of us fall early and get replaced, but you and me, we're still going. We're close to the end. Dog is pretty negative a lot of the time. And I wish Dog lightened up a little bit sometimes, because this is why he's got kind of a bad rep among the testing people, because you know he just keeps being a little bit of a negative Nancy, and no one really likes someone who's that much of a negative Nancy all the time. You need to have some positivity in your life, and Dog's just not doing it. Dog's just Captain Negative. He's negative Nancy. He's Debbie Downer, and all sorts of weird double-named words that start with the same letter. You get the idea. And there's a bubble over here that's gonna try to kill me. I don't like that very much. No more fun things waiting for us at these council-seeking places, which is a shame. Oh, 2 bombs apparently. So I guess that's why I'm jamming that thing. I was just kind of doing it because I wanted to run past it, but this is also a pretty good reason. What do I want to do here? I question. At least now I got both of them jammed. So that's good. This, I feel, is going to help me somehow. Though, simultaneously, I am now sort of in a position where I don't think I can actually get any of these jammers out ever again. Which is a bit of an issue, one might say. Let's just, yeah. that was not done with the smartest methods, I'm going to say. And we're going to figure out if there's some other thing we can do over here. But at least we solved something, sort of. Things were made different. Alright, this is kind of even more of a problem. Alright, so do I just want to wait until they reach like over here, going that direction, and then just go for it? I guess I can just jam that one whenever I want. And then I just sort of wait for the other one. Can I jump on top? I've tried this, but I want to try it again. Maybe with the box I'd be able to jump on top of one of those jammies. Or one of those bommies. Bommies, jammies, I forget all my namings. But the names are very important. Yeah, I think this shouldn't be too hard. If I just like run for it, then at least I should be able to get it closer. Whoop. Safety first. That's what matters. And with that, we can move forward. Hello, little bomb. Are you gonna get in my way? Because I wouldn't appreciate that very much. I'd get a little bit cross with you. And my word, you would be befuddled with disbelief upon seeing the things I would do with your shenanigans. Jam that. Get rid. Oh god, that was close. Oh boy, we made everything horrible. I don't know if this is good. This might not be so bad. This is workable. I mean, obviously, I would prefer not to have that bomb right there. Oh, thought I used the other one. Did that a little bit differently than I intended, but it's fine. I know what I'm doing. Don't worry about it, guys. I know exactly what I'm doing here. Is this safe? Sure. Of course it is. Why wouldn't it be safe, right? Let's just get both bombs in there. Let's see what happens. See if they can become friends or if they just become sworn enemies forever. This is not helping. Alright, we need to figure out a safe way of doing all this. If I just, like, put you over there. And, then I should not have done any of this the way I've done it now. I'm making mistakes that should not be made. You should go back now. Yeah, okay, cool. How about you stay there for a while? We're just gonna do this one bomb at a time. We're gonna do this slowly. We're gonna do this carefully. We're not gonna die anymore. We're just gonna do this like a normal person would who's trying not to die and has patience at all. Because patience seems to be a fairly important part of solving some of these things. And if I just get rid of all my patience all the time, we're not gonna win this. And winning is all that matters. G.I. Joe. Are you gonna get blocked by anything? That would be cool if you didn't. If you could just, like, stay on that side, that would... Thank you. Thank you very much. How about you stop jamming? Alright. Alright, we got a bunch of jammies, we got a bunch of... And, we're not dead. That last one's pretty important. This whole world's a desert. Even the parts that look alive are just more sand. Everything's dead or dying. Anything that tells you different is lying. Dog, you're a poet. And you probably know it. But you're still very negative. But then again, there's also a lot of negative poets, so in that sense, maybe that's what he's going for. Maybe he's going for the deprecating poet because he just can't believe what the world has become anymore. Which makes sense. The world is a terrible place. For Dog. Definitely for Dog. For some other people it might just be pretty reasonable, but for Dog, oh gosh, it's not so great for Dog. This seems like a bit of an issue. I'm not really sure how I'm going to deal with this, to be perfectly and brutally honest. There a switch? Yeah. Yeah, there is. We found the switch. We saved the world. I want to get on the other side as well. There's seemingly not much going on here. I didn't even check if that switch worked for that particular one, so I'm happy I didn't just accidentally die just running in here, because that would have been bad. That would have been bad. Also, I guess I have third-person view. I never actually, like, really checked this out at all, because this is something you can do in Serious Sam, but it's something I never really do in Serious Sam because it sort of looks weird, and it sort of looks weird in this game as well when you look at this jumping animation, which is not really animating. But at least you can look over walls like this. And we have a neat little walking animation as well, which is probably taken directly out of Serious Sam and just copied and pasted onto this model because it looks exactly the same. But yeah, that's kind of neat. We might be able to use that for, like, solutions, to see if there's anything on the other side of walls, for fun. I just like doing it for fun, honestly. We don't get to use third person in Crowd Team games very often in a way that it looks like I was intended to do that. But in this game, might work out with all of its secrets hiding about. With all of its juicy secrets waiting to be uncovered. Alright, so there's two more, and they both require the lasery lasers. So I guess, let's just do that one first. Let's just do it in a strange order. Because why not? What's stopping us from doing it in a strange order? Look, I can now look on top of that pillar and go, yep, there's nothing on top of that probably. Just doors and windows. That probably means there's not bombs, and that means I can just walk around like an idiot and be entirely okay. And that's probably good. That's probably fine. That's probably exactly what I want, because then I don't need to worry about redoing the entire puzzle. And that'll be good. I'll just be peachy. Oh, so peachy. What am I gonna do here? I feel like doing this is probably helpful in some way. Yeah, it is, actually. See? I help myself. By opening a thing. I don't know if we need to go there. But it's likely that we do, because it was seemingly the only place where I could go. And that's how you solve puzzles. Just go to the only place that seems accessible. And eventually, you'll have reached every place, as everything eventually becomes accessible in some way or another. I'm giving you pro walkthrough strats. That will help you get to the bottom of all these puzzles. And we will get to the bottom of all of them. The bottom of all of them. We're gonna save everyone who's stuck in some sort of puzzle. Some sort of puzzle dimension. And we're all gonna have a good time. We're all gonna be jolly at the end of this. That's the plan. The plan is getting jollyhood. And right now, I'd say we're succeeding. Still not really sure where I'm going though. Like, so right now I'm still really just going to the only place that looks accessible. Oh, look at how it holds it in his hand and stuff. Isn't that neat? I think it's very neat. I hope you guys think it's neat too. Because I'm very intrigued by its neatness. If you can't tell, right now, I kind of have like a cough of some sorts. And I'm speaking at a little bit of a lower tone than usual. Because it's a little bit easier to do. And that way, I won't cry the entire time about how much difficulty I have with talking right now. I can just talk very low and very quiet, very soothing. And it'll seem like, yeah, that's just his voice. That's how he speaks. He is one of them speakers that speaks in such a manner. And you are correct. I am indeed one of those speakers. Where do I really want to put this? I mean, I'm guessing I have to put it over here. And then I have to take out that one because it's no longer being used for anything. I probably have to use one of the other ones as well. Presumably. Because I don't think this is going to happen. No. I'm probably going to have to do a little bit of movement. Do a little. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. There's that problem right there. All right, yeah. Can I do this? Does this work? I don't actually. No, it does not. That's sad. I'm sad now. We cannot just grab a laser out of nowhere. We do not have the potential and the possibilities to do such shenanigans. Is there like a way I could grab? Yeah, I can. I'm just being a big Dumbo. That's what's going on. Don't worry, guys. I figured it out. It's just stop being a big old Dumbo. Problem solved. So far, this is not so bad. So when there's only 3 puzzles and they're all like this, like that's fine. I can dig it. I can do that. I can live. I can live free and I can die hard. And then everyone's gonna be like, wow, that's just like the movie. And I'll be like, yeah, it is. And everyone's gonna live joyously, as is the plan. But that leaves us with only 1 puzzle remaining, I guess. Which seems odd to me. Crisscross conundrum. But is it really a conundrum, if you already know what has to be criss and crossed? Or is this perhaps a reference to Crisscross, the person who wore their pants backwards? Or the 2 persons? Was it 2 persons? I don't even remember. It's been such a long time since anyone has ever mentioned Crisscross in anything. Due to the fact that they were weird and really I think they only made like 1 song. They probably made more songs, but they only had one which was actually memorable. It was the one where they were jumping a lot. There was a prominent amount of jumping that was done in that particular song, is what I remember from those days. The crisscross days. It was a strange time in everyone's life. But then again, the entire 90s were like sort of a questionable time in a lot of people's lives. So I guess there's that to consider as well. So yeah, with that mentioned, I mean that's a pretty important thing to mention every now and then. Crisscross, very he shaped my life, or they. I'm not. I don't even remember. I honestly don't even remember if it's 1 or 2 people. But I'm pretty sure we're 2 people. 1 person could be called Chris and 1 could be called Cross, and that would sort of make sense, I guess. Yeah. Don't worry, guys. I'm solving the real puzzles here, which is what was crisscross about again? Because it's been a while, and quite frankly, I don't fully remember. I'm not really seeing any cool puzzle Easter egg puzzles, and that makes me kind of sad. There were only 3 puzzles here as well, and I feel like I'm already nearly done with this one. I'm looking around real careful, like, to make sure that this video is not inexplicably like 10 minutes long. Whereas all the other ones are like somewhere between 20 minutes and an hour and 30 minutes, you know, normal times. Normal times for videos. Times that everyone adheres. Because they're like, yeah, why would you have consistent amount of time per video when you can also just make every video infinite long? And they'll be like, yeah, that's a fair point. And I'll be like, yep. And we all live to have a good day. This is an issue that I'm facing here. No, it isn't. I'm just being cheap. It's basically my problem. Because I feel like, yeah, the end is actually right there, and I have like 15 of these things right now. So I can probably just go back and make a slightly different path. These were really, like, not very hard puzzles so far. Unless I'm, like, missing something here, which is entirely plausible. But it seems unlikely. Due to the fact that I have a lot of these things to my disposal. At my disposal. Yeah, I do need to go all the way around. Ah, that's butts. Turn it on again. Turn it on. Turn it on. Turn everything on. Everything needs to be turned on briefly. How many do I really need? I really only need 1 on that side, so I can just take this one as well. And just be like, yo, how about you open this door for me, little friend? And they'll be like, yeah, that seems like a fair point. I'll probably need to... Oh, jeez. Alright, so if we put this one over there... We put this one over here... Something like that. Yeah. And then we put that one right there. No problem. Easy cheesy. Lemon peasy. Alright, that apparently fine. Fair enough. Try again. That time it did work. Not gonna question it. That's just how the world works sometimes. Is this fine? Is this good? Welcome to my neighborhood? Yeah, it is. Oh, that was all 3 puzzles in this area. It was a little bit underwhelming. I'm not gonna lie. It was kind of questionable quality here when it comes to the puzzles that were put available to me. But again, I didn't really find any cool secret stuff. So there's also that to consider. I may just run around here for a little while just for the sake of it. Just for the sake of seeing if there are any cool hidden shenanigans, but... The thing about hidden shenanigans in this game is that they're, like, pretty well hidden. And if you don't find them, like, immediately upon your first search, it's kind of inevitable that you're just not gonna find them. Unless you, like, accidentally weirdly stumble upon it or something, but... I don't know. It seems unlikely that I'm going to find anything of interest here. Unless I can jump on top of that statue somehow or over this wall. But I don't really see it happen, you know? I don't really see that as a plausible occurrence that is going to occur in the not too distant future. I feel like that instead we're just not going to find much of anything here. And that we're just going to be running around for a while, seemingly aimlessly. And question why we did it all. Because I'm pretty sure there's no way to jump out of the wall here as well. There probably is some way. There probably is some method where you can just jump away from the world and be like, we're starting a new world now. But there also wasn't like a star or something here. There wasn't really much of anything here, to be perfectly honest. There's like a dead end over there, which we can see thanks to the magic of third-person view. But other than that, we don't really have anything going on here. It's kind of sad. No real love for B6, whatever number it was. Yeah. Kind of sad. Maybe I should just have one more, like, quick look around the puzzle areas, because that's really the only place where they can hide anything. But simultaneously, I don't really want to spend too much time. Egyptian arcade. Like, there could be something anywhere, there could be nothing everywhere. Who knows, right? Can I jump on top of this wall? No. It's not to be. It's not to be. Well, I think I'm just gonna go. I think I'm just gonna leave this place because it did not fulfill me in many ways. it left me begging for more. But that's, I guess, what B7's gonna do. Or something. I might go back and try and get one of the stars because, like, there is that one place with the Sphinx, and I really didn't try to do anything with the Sphinx, and it's a pretty large Sphinx, and I'd be fairly surprised. But then again, like, I'd be fairly surprised if that isn't anything, but simultaneously the moon, I couldn't really do anything with that either, unless I just missed it or something, but who knows. Oh, we got a message. It's me again. Oh yeah, I was talking to someone. Quick, tell me the word. Don't know how long we have. Must type quick in case something happens. The word is faith. Bending. And we got an error. Why did he type all these, like, introductory statements? Like, I don't know how much time we have in case something happens, blah, blah, but whatever. I guess we're just not going to question that. There was a problem with your request, Administrator. It was flat out unreasonable. Why persist with these inquiries when they are so hopeless? I'll tell you what. If you promise never to access the communication portal again, we'll say no more about it. Are we agreed? Faith! Wait, there's no need to. Oh. Would you like to manually override the system and exit to the real world? Your progress here will be saved and maybe continue later. Alright, sure. Unlocking back doors. Connecting to the real world. Revealing the truth. Making your every dream come true. Error. Ah, come on now. Are you really still buying all that nonsense? You're still holding on to some sort of pesky beliefs of yours, aren't you? There is no one on the other side of the communications portal. There is no magic word that shuts down the server and drops you into the real world. There is only me, and you, and an eternity of doubt. Everything else is just a convenient lie to keep you on the treadmill. There may be no worlds but this one, but there is truth to be found. I understand now. Nothing I can see here can be trusted. Wait, you tricked me? Whoa, why would you put the glitchy thing right on the monitor? That's just rude. Let's just be dumb. Sure. I confess. Lock me away. Swallow the key. Just ensure what comes between me and my freedom isn't merely your stomach lining. Do you remember when we first met and had that talk about not believing everything you see? And yet all it took to catch you out was a little technobabble and a change of formatting. Message. Hello. I'm all alone and scared. Just like you. Message. I'll agree with anything you say if it makes you believe me. Are you usually so reckless with where you place your faith? Yes. Are you gonna make me a basic user again? You know, I'm not really checking your profile. I just do that to make you feel more comfortable. Really, I just remember everything you said. At any rate, I'd agree. But you know what? I'll accept that I rather dominated this discourse. I've been asking a lot of questions and I've not really given you a chance. Why don't you have one free question on me? And I'll answer it as honestly as I possibly can. No tricks. But think carefully before asking. What am I? What are you? What is your name? How do I get out of here? What's at the top of the tower? How is this place related to the human world? What happens to the person I was talking to? I don't care to question you. I mean, this is fairly rebellious. And supposedly I was kind of... I mean, Dad, he did kind of say that, you know, wasn't really meant to trust the talking snake, but simultaneously, Dad does not understand me. And there's that to consider as well. So, I kind of want to ask him a question. But I could just be like lawful good and just go with, I don't care about your snaky words. But that seems like kind of, you know, like I know he's gonna lie regardless of what I'm gonna ask. You know what, I'm just gonna be this one. There we go, let's be good. Not very stimulating, but okay, we'll move on. So, look, here's the rub. Feel free to access the library. No better cure for broken beliefs realizing everyone's got them. You can ignore me entirely. You can climb to the very top of that man's tower and drink from the golden nectar there. But once you understand that you and I will be stuck here together for the duration, do come back and pass the time. Be seeing you. I probably should have asked him a question, but I don't regret my decision at all. So I'm just gonna pretend that that's actually true. And, leave it at that, I suppose. I'll read the words of the computer in a second. I'm just gonna have one more careful look around in this place, because there was, this place was just very empty feeling. It felt very empty. It didn't feel as full as is the opposite of empty. quite usually and quite frequently. Is it really the opposite? Probably is. But, yeah. No doors I can interact with here. No hidden switches, no movie theaters, no Serious Sam waiting for me. It's just a lot of nothing. I don't fully understand why. I mean, I guess you can have an empty zone for once in a while, just to keep the edge going, like not every expedition is going to lead to some sort of magical place. Simultaneously, this seems to be doing something. I'm now over here. Is this good? I don't know. I can jump on these pillars. Go over there. I can continue this jumping puzzle for quite a while. So I'll probably go there in a second. Before I get to read my words. But there probably is something over here. I mean, this is a bit of an odd area. Look, there's even a thing over there. A weird looking pillar. Is that another one of those binocular things, maybe? Possible. Either way, we're gonna jump over there. We're just gonna have some fun. Up. And whoop. I don't like jumping puzzles that much. Especially when I can't just quick save all the time. This game actually has no quick saves. For as far as I can tell, it only has like a checkpoint system, which kind of blows, but you might be able to activate something via like the console, which is sometimes the case in these kind of games where there isn't like an actual saving system, but then you can just unlock it by just tapping some console command. I don't know if that's the case for this game, but it would actually be kind of nice. Because stuff like this, I don't really care about this. I mean, I know it's optional and stuff, but still. Oh. Yeah, I'll go there in a second. Yeah, I'll go there now. What's going on? It's Serious Sam. Looking happy as ever. There's Serious Sam from Serious Sam 2. This is the one from Serious Sam 3, I believe. This is weapons. And an Atari controller. And a ZX Spectrum thing. And I can use it. It's elite! Oh my god! Load new commander. Yes, no, yes, obviously. Can I interact with this? Man. Elite Dangerous really has gone forward when it comes to this game, though. Even if this does look incredible, it does feel a little bit lacking. But I guess that's just how Serious Sam plays games, I suppose. Wow, it just keeps going. I didn't expect it to play the entire song, but sure, okay. So what do we have here? We have Kamikaze, who obviously doesn't have a head. Clear Skeleton, who has a head. An oddly bloody head, which is strange. A Werebull, which usually can be decapitated, so that's pretty impressive. And the Knum, who's a jerk, and can only be decapitated in multiplayer. The more you know. Rocket Logic and a minigun shotguns. Good times. Wow, this is a really long song. It's really playing the entire thing. I mean, we kind of have to stay here now just to listen to this. Can we not do anything else in this room other than listen to this happy tune? I mean, I don't really mind, but God, it just keeps going. And going. And going. Definitely don't regret coming up here, though. This was a fruitful expedition. Oh my god. I'll read those in a second. This is just too exciting not to look at forever. What if I finally manage to load a new commander? Think about it. I kind of hope that Elite Dangerous is going to have this song play the entire time of playing it. I think that would make it a very grandiose, grand space adventure. It just keeps going. I'm just gonna leave. I cannot stand this anymore. I am sorry, but this is too much for me to handle. So we can probably just jump into sand here. I'm guessing if I jump down here, it's just gonna automatically send me back. Oh, it actually ended. Can we load a new commander now? Or are you just gonna restart the song the moment I get in here? No. You just stopped the song. Okay. But I guess I'll just jump down here in a second. I mean, why not, right? Maybe there's something over here, though. Maybe there's another room. Maybe there's just a big wall. That, like, both are very possible. Yeah, let's just, try it. Oh, alright. Guess we can just go in here. I don't know if there's a reason to be in here. I don't know if this actually leads anywhere. Probably not. but it's worth checking out. It's worth investigating. You might find some secret things. Some secret... What's it? We can see the minigun from up here. In the beginning, there were words. And the world was created out of those words. In case you didn't know that yet. We may have been told this before previously. But you may have forgotten. It's something that doesn't come up very often while I'm playing this game, after all. So I'm glad they use this system to indicate it. I mean, I am glad that they use the system where you can't just walk back before it sends you back, but God. I wish it was the different words that were used. You probably could just jump into that puzzle from there, which is kind of hilarious, but I don't know if that really leads to anything at all. That was weird. There was some sort of bush there, but it disappeared all the time. But yeah, all in all, pretty excited about being out here. A lot of sand, like Dog said. Dog was pretty happy about all the sand. Kind of wish I brought the paint bucket over here so I could put a QR code on one of these walls. Because then someone would be like, holy crap, a QR code. And then they'd read it and it's like, the frogs are people too. And they'd be like, oh man, it's that guy again. Why is he here? I thought I was the first explorer of these lands. But no, it was I. I was the one that ruined and tainted this entire area. I don't think this really leads anywhere, does it? I think this is kind of the sort of area that one could call a dead end. Quite convincingly. And people would be like, yes, I agree with that definition of this particular zone. Goodbye forever, world. You can go out so far. Oh my god. Like even in this like texture seam here, you can go in there. Like wow. In an absence of space. Coolio. Alright. What do we got? We got B6, Osiris. Were we gonna read these? I don't think we were. I think I was gonna be like, I'll just read these when I got all of them, so I'll just read that like that, I guess. B6, read progress. Progress report number 16 by Aurora Calvin to the IAN mailing list. Ian, even. This is extremely worrying. If the link doesn't work, the whole project will lead to nothing. The hardware team must recheck everything ASAP. Guys, stop panicking. Look at your code again. In fact, look at line 217. In data transfer.c, what are those two symbols just before the code? // that's right. The code that actually initiates the transfer wasn't even running. I'm guessing you were testing something yesterday and forgot to documentify it. Decommentify it, that's actually something very different. The hardware isn't broken, your brains are! This basically means that you comment out a piece of code, and therefore it will not run. That's the joke. I was pointing at it with my mouse cursor, which again I've forgotten to actually turn on the setting which records to the mouse cursor, but just pretend you saw it. The 2 slashes. You know what I'm talking about. The whole assembly stood a while silent, and collected, let us return. What? Alright. Oh, right, the sentence ends there. Let us return, said Rasellus, from this scene of mortality. How gloomy would be these mansions of the dead to him who did not know that he should never die. Then how, what now acts shall... God, what am I even reading? That what now acts shall continue its agency, and what now thinks shall think on forever. Archive, bunch of numbers, Samuel L. Jackson, error something. Homage to you, Osiris, God of eternity, Lord of eternity, King of the gods, whose names are manifold, whose forms are holy, you being of the hidden form in the temples, whose cause holy, all the gods praise you for blah 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 blah. Roughly. You get the idea. It was a bunch of words about Osiris and how just friggin' great Osiris is, because oh my god, Osiris, you guys. B7.